Hello and welcome to FDTV. We are back again with another episode of our daily football show. I'm your host Ali, joined with my fellow co-host Jawad. Jawad, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. So finally, the Serie A has kicked off. I'm looking forward to the first Milan match of the season. Without any further ado, just make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel. Let's get into this.
So, a big statement has been revolving around social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube comment sections, and that is that PSG will fail in the UCL once again, even after signing one of the best players and having one of the best transfer windows of all time. What is your take on it?
You're right in one aspect of this, that they absolutely nailed the transfer window. What a transfer window they had. They built up the next Galacticos of this era. No longer are people attracted towards joining Real Madrid. You've got the M&M up front in Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe. So a terrifying sight. But the teams that everyone that's been talking about with comparison to Galacticos is they didn't win much in terms of trophies. Could the same be in the future for PSG? That's the question for you. Because it is an unbalanced side. It is completely an unbalanced side because in the midfield, you don't have much of a pivot point. You don't have players who can control the game and launch balls forward because you've got a terrifying front line and you've got a very solid defense in Marquinhos, Kimpembe, and obviously Ramos when he is available, alongside with it two world-class goalkeepers in Keylor Navas and Gigi Donnarumma. What the problem for me is they're too top-heavy, and when the teams are not balanced, that's when they tend to wheels tend to fall off. Do you think that would be the problem, causing them not to win the Champions League this season?
Imbalance in the squad is obviously the main concern, but if you look deeper and you want to talk about the Champions League pedigree, look at the players they have signed. Sergio Ramos obviously has won Champions League title after Champions League title. He was one of the reasons that Real Madrid went on that amazing streak of UCL dominance, but he is very old now and he's not the same defender as he was when he was 29 or 30. That's a factor as well. And look at the other players they have signed. Okay, sure, they have signed Wijnaldum from Liverpool who has won the Champions League, but how much of a difference can a progressive attacking midfielder make? Of course, he's a workhorse and he's going to provide you with something in the middle of the park, but is he in the same category as Modric, Kroos, Joshua Kimmich? I don't think so. He will have an impact, but the impact can be limited. Achraf Hakimi went out with Inter Milan in the group stages recently, and before that he was at Dortmund, but still never put in a performance where you thought, okay, Achraf Hakimi is a proven world-class talent. Of course, he has potential, but still he is unproven in the biggest club competition in the world. Now we move on to the player that everybody is expecting the most out of, and that is Lionel Messi. If I look at the track record of Lionel Messi in the last decade, in 2011, Barcelona had to win Champions League. They had one of the best squads of all time in club football. So anything other than the Champions League victory could have been a surprise to the footballing world. He went after 2011. He went on a barren run until 2015 when they had MSN, and again a brilliant team in all aspects with Iniesta, Busquets at their prime, Xavi pulling the strings, Messi, Suarez, and Neymar up front. So that is another team where you expect to win Champions League football. Now after that, he flopped against Atletico Madrid. He went out after being humiliated by Liverpool, Napoli, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich, you name it. He went out in the biggest stages when the team needed him the most. And when you look at the record, of course, Messi has the second most goals in UCL history of all time. But when you look at the knockout stages where it matters the most, he has half the number of goals as Cristiano Ronaldo, his closest rival in the competition. So that raises a lot of questions. Plus, if I want to ask you, if PSG draw with a prime Liverpool, a Liverpool whose Van Dijk is in full form, whose front three are attacking, and a Man City or a Bayern Munich, would you prefer them? I don't think so.
What difference I think is going to be this season, because I have a true sense of belief that this season it is PSG season. They will win the Champions League. That's my belief. But I understand the arguments against it. The reason I believe PSG wins it is because the other teams do not have the same backing. The other teams do not have the same understanding in terms of they're not playing at the same level. Bayern Munich is not the same as they were back when they won the Champions League. Liverpool is certainly not where they were when they won the Champions League. Manchester City is probably the closest rival PSG will have in terms of a complete squad and competitiveness. But what it actually comes down to is that Manchester City, same as PSG, does not have the pedigree in Champions League. So they would end up kind of stumbling like they did last season, where they came against a complete squad of Chelsea. So for me, it is a toss-up, but I have to go with PSG.
Thank you so much for watching another video of FDTV.
It's been great to have you joining us. Again, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Every single subscription helps.
It motivates to put out more football content on a daily basis. Until then, see you next time. FDTV out.